if you are in the self-discovery space and you have been having these thoughts of what am I doing with my life, if you have been comparing with others, if maybe the experience you're having in your process of self-discovery, it's making you question yourself. Why did you decide to spend so much time doing these things when everyone else is doing normal life, doing other things, and they're not going through the painful experiences and through all the funky, funny things that we do all experience when we enter into this space. If you are there, I am super happy that you are in this video because you are the inspiration. People that are feeling that way are the inspiration of this video. I have felt that way many times, questioning myself, like, why am I investing my time, my energy, my everything in this kind of work when everyone seems to be having the perfect life? And a few things that I can say, maybe by you just listening to what I'm saying, you are already realizing like it is ridiculous that we have that kind of thoughts, those kind of beliefs that we are wasting our time when others seem to be enjoying life. I'm sure you're realizing that we all came to experience different things in life, and there's so much beauty when we honor that, and when we open up to that one unique experience that we are invited to experience in this life. It's so unique, and there's always magic and gold and all the most wonderful things for each of us. For some might be I don't want to start comparing. It's funny because sometimes to explain things you kind of have to show different examples, so that sounds like you are comparing. But I wanted to say, like, sometimes we think that because some of us go through a lot of experiences, we think that that's like worst, or that's bad, or that's too much. And we think that the ones that don't have many experiences, the ones that might be that we seem like they have just like this very balanced life, we think that that's better and that's the way how we all should experience life. And we forget that the ones that seem to be going through a lot of experiences, that's just movement. And it's gonna be bad if we add that meaning, but it can be just like we're just learning way more. Again, it's just like this dance between comparing and just showing different examples, different perspectives, how we can look at life. So that's the way I've been approaching life. Sometimes I had all these thoughts like, yeah, it seems like some people just didn't experience any trauma when they were little. They were just like, oh, happy humans since they were born. Their pregnancy, when the 9 months they were inside their moms, it feels like it was the happiest time, and they were born in this just beauty and a garden of flowers that smells delicious, and their life has been just like, I'm thinking of the feeling of when you're walking on clouds. It's just like, it's soft and just smooth, and but that doesn't mean that it's good. I mean, it can be fun, but I want to say that it is really fun. It is really wonderful when you go through a big challenge and you start coming out of that challenge, and all the insights, all the lessons, all the light, all the possibilities you start seeing. It's like, I'm recovering from a cold. I think I got the flu or whatever. I'm new to Florida, so it's kind of like the welcome. My first flu here, whatever. And it's not that I like feeling unwell, but I do love after feeling unwell when I start feeling well. This is such a beautiful feeling. So I've been reflecting a little bit about this. that beauty of those moments when we go through a challenge that we are just like, we feel lost, like I don't know where I want to go, and we feel just so overwhelmed and devastated, and just, you know, can continue adding feelings to that, those moments. And you know, it looks different every time for every person, but when we, you know, start just seeing the light on the other side of the tunnel, when we start understanding, having clarity, those moments, I wouldn't change those moments for anything. You know, if someone tells me like, you can have this life where you're just like enjoying everything all the time, or you can have this life where there are gonna be amazing moments when you're gonna be enjoying, you know, at beautiful levels, experiencing life from different wonderful levels, but you're also going to have some challenges. And by having those challenges, when you start coming out of those challenges, you're going to start, how can I describe this, like those wonderful things that were here once, after the challenge you're going to enjoy those similar things from a different perspective. It's like there's not a way, and I think we understand already this, especially I feel like in my community, in this group of people in YouTube, my channel, I talk to sensitive, creative people, entrepreneur people, people that feel deeply, intensely. We already know that that's where the beauty, the excitement, the answers are, when we go through this dark night of the souls. Like, that's where it happens. It's not like we have to live there all the time, because I know some people also have the tendency to want to stay there. No, like the idea of going there is to just alkalinize whatever that is and bring it to the light. That's the intention. And yes, we learn through life and experiences, tools, ways how to do that process. You know, it's always different. Sometimes the challenges come present in bigger ways, and we have to learn new tools. But it is absolutely wonderful. So many different ideas that I want to share. And I started saying that you might be questioning, what are you doing in the self-discovery space? That's one reason. One of the reasons why is because you expand yourself so much. And the other one, super, hyper, mega wonderful reason why we do it, it's because, and it doesn't, I want to say, when we decide to start working on ourselves, discovering who we are, we don't do it without that intention. It's almost like it comes along the way. We started realizing like, oh God, by me doing this other thing is happening. And that other thing is that when we learn things about ourselves, we integrate those lessons, when we start applying those tools, and we start enjoying life from those deep places, wonderful places, that creates an effect in others. So self-discovery is not only for the self. It's a collective thing that we are doing, not only for ourselves, just for everyone that is going to be around us, is going to be impacted by what we are experiencing and what we are learning. If you are in that space of just questioning yourself a little bit, first I want to say it is part of the process. It is very normal. So I invite you, or I remind you, that always when we are questioning ourselves why we're doing these things, it's an invitation to realign with our intentions. Why am I doing this? So maybe from you watching this video now, you have a little more understanding, or maybe you remembered that maybe you already knew this, and now you remember, okay, I'm not doing it only for myself. There's a bigger reason why I'm doing it. And the thing about us by doing this work, impacting others. Um, that has also different ways in how it can present. I want to say that I'm speaking from my own experience. Like, I never thought that at some point, and never, I think I had some shadow around being a coach, about being someone that can help and inspire others in this space. So, something that happened in my journey was that I started noticing by me doing this work and learning concepts and learning these tools, applying them in my life, I was inspiring my friends and my family, and people will comment and people will have these breakthroughs and aha moments. And that started repeating. You know, it became very apparent in my life that people were learning from me. And it was I think maybe last year that I had a moment where I was interacting with a bigger group of people also that are in this space of self-discovery, that I asked myself, what if I've been in the creative space, I've been a designer for many years, and I have only seen myself as a creative um, in this kind of way. I think I also had some shadow about creativity, around creativity, thinking that being a creative only is connected to doing either graphic design, fashion design, interior design. But I didn't see, which sounds funny because I wasn't in that space. I never said that content creation was also creativity, for example. And I never saw that teaching others what I have learned, it's also a creative process. Like, creativity, it's in everything that we do. Since we wake up and we choose what we are going to eat, what we are going to wear, we are creating. In the moment we choose the words we're going to use to say the things that we want to express, we are being creatives. So that's one of the ways we could also go in this process of self-discovery. We might find that maybe this is something that we are not only good at it, we might find that we are passionate about it. And for some people it can be like, oh, this is something that I maybe my whole life I've wanted to do. You know, you can have these discovery moments of seeing like, oh wow, this is something that it's been in my heart my whole life, and only until now that I'm, as we say in this space of self-discovery, once you start peeling off the layers of the onion, you start seeing these parts of yourself. So yeah, if you are in those questions, why am I doing this, this could be some of the reasons why you're doing what you're doing, why you are in this space of self-discovery. I hope you now feel a little inspired. I hope you feel a little bit more encouraged to continue in this beautiful space. And yeah, I wish you the best. I hope to see you in my next video. Peace and love.